Yeah.
Now, getting back now to Africa, what has been happening in DR Congo is actually happening in South Sudan. It's happening in Sudan. Who is to blame?
The Sudanese.
The people themselves?
Yes, because if you are together, even a foreigner will find it very difficult. Don't you think there are foreigners that are trying to destabilize Uganda?
Yeah.
All this endowment. You remember one time I was in Munyonyi, and I was talking about that organization, Endowment Promotion of Democracy, George Soros. These are just regime change. Their job is to control, but they are in Uganda. The government licenses them. It allows them to operate here. Yeah. So the Sudanese still have a fight in them.
What do you mean?
They still want war.
Can someone want war just like that?
They do. Otherwise, where would the people come from to fight it? They still want war. They are going to fight and get tired. Then when they get tired, you see throughout history, God is on the side of the strongest battalions. God is always on the side of the strongest battalions. The strongest army is the one that God chooses. God is not stupid. God is not stupid. He's not going to look for a weak army and say, I'm going to support this. No. I see people praying and saying, me, you humble servant. God is not interested in you humble you. God is interested in strong people. You know? God is interested in people. He said, yeah, that's my son. So Sudan needs some strong army, somebody strong to defeat the other people, and once they are defeated, impose a government by force. Because that's how governments are. Governments kidnap a country. They kidnap a country, put in place a system, and if you agree with them, you prosper. You know, some after time, they even make it more easier and create freedom. But that's what it is. Without force.
Of recent, we had, and right now, the vice president of the first vice president of South Sudan, Dr. Riek Machar, is under house arrest.
Yes.
Then we had some politicians from Kenya saying that President Museveni, is in control of South Sudan. How true is that?
I wish it was. Go ahead, Museveni, control Sudan. Who is controlling it? Go and control it. But Riek Machar should, if he's in jail, that's a good thing.
House arrest.
Yeah, let them put in the house. He can cook some food, he can make phone calls, but take away the phone. Sudan needs a strong leader to control it. That's it. That's how governments are made. That's how governments are created. You control the power, as in politics. You control the force. You control the processes of socialization. Then you have a government. But your government can't have several power centers. This one here, that one there, this one there. You say this, I say, we are not going to do it. No. It can't be like that. So, if Museveni controls South Sudan, good. Help South, but the thing about South Sudan is, it's also Maragentama. Yes, Maragentama, you know Maragentama, Gundiendiga. This is like a strong leader. The soldiers have no control. They go to fight. They don't have this is a captain. He can even command a general. You know, they blow a trumpet. Ooh, the enemy is there. They all run there. Oh, so it's a difficult. However, we take a lot of wealth from Southern Sudan by them trading with us, by them using our money, by them whatever. So Uganda can't let Sudan collapse. It should not.
Oh,
it can't, because it will affect our shilling. If we have nowhere, if we get say $500 million from South Sudan, by them not having industries, the things come from Uganda.
Yeah.
Now, if they stop buying, Uganda's economy will be in trouble.
In trouble. Oh.
Yeah. If Congo stops, why do you think Uganda is doing roads in Congo?
In Congo.
So that our goods can go and reach the farthest part of Congo. They should do a road up to Kisangani, to Kinshasa.
That's a strategy.
Yes. Otherwise, if Congo was, I think, giving us almost $1 billion. So if they don't give us, then we are in trouble.
So, Doctor, we are looking at countries that are actually in the East African community, which is a shame, according to me, the way I look at things. Aren't we doing enough as East Africa to restore peace in DR Congo, South Sudan, and Sudan?
All these problems are problems of wealth. There isn't enough wealth. Where there is no wealth, people will fight. Do you know that a soldier can join the army just to get a uniform, a new uniform, and to get shoes? You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yes, a soldier can join to get food, because the food in the army is regular. They feed you at this time. If they don't feed you, you riot. So it is a problem of wealth. Now, Kalema, can they ask you now to go in the army? You go. Are you going to be interested in staying in a trench waiting for a dewey, for the enemy?
But
So-
as the community, what can we do?
Wealth, we need to create wealth. That's what I'm telling you. You need to create enough wealth. And our governments don't know how to create wealth, and they don't want to learn. They believe what the World Bank and IMF is telling them, and IMF and World Bank is lying to them. You want to create wealth, come to me. I will tell you. I can tell Uganda, Sudan, particularly Uganda, how to make every person a billionaire. Can do that.
Why don't you start with, at least from let's say county level?
No, because they don't have the
district
power.
level.
I told you. Remember when I was beginning, I said the country belongs to who?
The president.
Now can I go to your family and start giving orders to your child or to your wife? I can't, because you, the pharaoh, the president of your country, of your house, is there. So the country belongs to the president, regardless of what you, leader of opposition, speaker, you are whatever. The country belongs to the president, and there is only one pharaoh in a home. That's the law from a long time. He who has the strongest force will control the country.
Let's go to West Africa.
Yes.
We have the likes of Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Everyone's talking about it.
Yes.
The general Traore.
Is he a general now? I thought he was a captain.
So I don't know about the rank, but
I think he's a captain
okay.
because he's following Thomas Sankara. So Sankara was a captain. Yeah.
Is it safe as we speak right now, according to what he's doing, he's promoting for his country?
No, you mean safe physically? I don't know what his security is. Yeah, but if people want to get you, they can get you. Yeah. But Burkina Faso was changed by Sankara.
Yeah, the upright man.
And even after he left, Blaise Compaoré, who killed him, could not change the mentality of the people. He set them. He set the best teaching is not a lecture, it's an example. And Sankara showed an example in a very short time. Now, it doesn't matter if you kill Traoré. There are many Traorés now in Burkina Faso. They all believe they are the land of dignified men. They all believe that there should be no corruption. They all believe that a minister should drive a small car. They all believe that you are lucky if you are employed by government. They all believe they must make their own railways. They must wear shoes made in their country. So those are all the things that Sankara did. So it doesn't matter. You'll be wasting your time. Of course, they can send a missile now or a drone and it kills him. Yeah. So it's not difficult. Yeah. But you kill him so that what? So another Traoré will come. You even be more radical than you. Yeah. So and everybody now knows about Traoré.
Yeah.
But the best thing that is happening is this. Russia.
Yes.
What Russia has done in the world, it has reorganized the entire world system. To the extent that all those people that used to kill leaders and whatever, no. You can't do that now because there's Russia.
Whatever you do is washing.
Russia showed Europe that it is nothing, that it has no power.
How did it show?
By defeating Europe in a war in Ukraine. Every equipment, every trick, all these NATO officers, all these HIMARS and JDAMs and Storm Shadows and Leopard tanks and whatever missile they had, Russia said, bring them, and finished them. All the tanks they were talking about, Challenger tank, nothing. Yeah? Nothing. Russia has shown NATO to be the weakest. It's shown America. America is not wanting to talk to Russia because it's strong. It's because they're running scared. And Russia is not stopping. But that's the Russian war of war. It has never been won. You can't win a war against Russia. And once it gets in their mentality that you are the enemy, you are in trouble. So Russia has demolished the entire Europe.
It has not come to Africa.
Supporting Africa. Haven't you seen? Even Traore is going to the 7th to the May Day parade in Moscow. Yeah. You know, where they are celebrating, I think, the defeat of Nazism. You know?
Will it make Africa safer from the US?
Oh, yeah, it will make Africa a lot safer. You know, because they know Russia is there. It will make Africa Russia safer. Of course, the country must protect itself. We can't just rely on Russians. Russia has also got its interest. But not only has it done that, it has also changed the global geo-economic arrangement by weakening the dollar, by setting up BRICS setting up a payment system, and by making countries exchange their currencies so that every currency now becomes an international currency. Because Ugandan shilling can exchange for the ruble. Yeah. The ruble, if we want something in Russia, we pay in Uganda shillings. If Russia wants something from us, it pays in a ruble. That is phenomenal, spectacular. That's because of Russia.
Now, Doctor, talk about the African Union. When you see, for example, the foreign intervention in Africa, where is the African Union? Where is the AU?
Where? Which AU? Where is
African Union?
Where? Where is Africa United? Where?
Don't we have the African Union?
Is it an elephant? Is it a lion?
No, of course it's the body. It's a body that is responsible for uniting all Africans.
That's what it is, an organization. Yeah. That is funded by, God knows, Israel, built by China. You have got European Union represented there. You have got, it's not serious. You can't seriously ask me where is the African Union, where it's supposed to be in office. So, is that something that you when you sit at home, you say, we are safe because there's a European Union? The African Union?
It will be the case.
No. Huh? It's even near the Africa Command. It's near the Djibouti, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's. It's not time for Africa to unite like that. Africa needs strong leaders who don't care about Europe. Like now I've started hearing Kagame saying some good things. And I heard Kagame, I think President Kagame was talking about Sinoraj and credit creation. I don't know whether he knows, I think he knows Sinoraj and credit creation. So we need a leader who says, I don't care about Europe. We need a leader who says, my roads are done by Rwandese or by Ugandans, not China, not Morem Construction, not Starring, we want that kind of leader. And when that kind of leader will come, he will probably get 5 countries, unite them, and they form enough force to absorb other countries. But so far, that is not there.
You've talked about Sinoraj, Doctor.
Yes.
And you talked about it so many years ago.
Yes.
Can you please educate us about Sinoraj in just a few minutes?
Well, so, you see, this is 50,000 Uganda shillings. If I gave you this to, say, supposing you want to make a paper like this, you go and print this. No, you think they'll charge you how much per piece?
Like maybe 5,000.
Okay, It won't be that much. It'll probably be about 1,000. Let's say 1,000.
Mm.
So if you're a government, you print this for 1,000. When you issue it as how much? As 50,000.
50,000, yes.
So you have made a profit of how much?
4,000 something.
No, 49,000.
49,000, yeah. Wow.
That is called Sinoraj. It's a profit that a sovereign or a country makes by issuing money, less the cost of printing and distribution. But Sinoraj is also on treasury bills. When a government sells a bond, you know what a bond is?
Yeah.
It's a piece of paper that the government says, okay, you buy this for 1 billion. And you give it to them and they credit your account with information that says you have 1 billion. How much has it cost them? It has cost them nothing to print. It's just the cost of a printer by issuing a bond. So the Sinoraj there is almost 1 billion. If they issue a bond of 1 billion. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, if the government was clever, it would also be earning Sinoraj from mobile money, from credit card. You have seen in that war with Russia, America fighting that Russia should use the credit card because a credit card is used to pay for something, but it's just a piece of paper and taking an actual item.
Yeah, transfer.
Yeah, so the government should have its own, the Bank of Uganda should have its credit card that it issues to citizens. Yeah. So these are the things I'm telling you about money. That a country must know how to make money. And when it makes money, it must put it in production for its citizens. Then it can create wealth. Not make money so that people build houses, because the house is not producing anything. It's dead capital.
Of recent, Doctor, we've actually seen Ugandan markets. We're talking about now these stores, the local markets. They're being piled up with goods from Kenya, with pineapples, with oranges, with tomatoes from Kenya and from other countries. And those tomatoes from Kenya, many of them actually, they are genetically modified organisms. They flood our markets here. And one of the reasons they gave is because they're cheap, they look healthy, and they spend like 2 or more weeks on the stall.
Yes.
Without going bad. What is the health implication for this?
Dangerous. We've talked about this a long time. We lectured about GMO, genetically modified organism, glyphosate, and it's the people should stop eating it. If the government doesn't want to stop it, it's going to destroy its own domestic market. And because it's East African community, it can't stop those products. But the best thing they can do is stop it on account of GMO. It can say that GMO products, they can't come here. Now, as long as they can do that, but if they don't, the products have to come because we are part of East African community. It's an economic union. You can't stop them bringing things. Then you, the TV, can stop people eating those items.
Okay.
But GMO is dangerous. Genetically modified organism is dangerous. You should stay away from those tomatoes and eat these small tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes. Yes. Let people go to cherry tomatoes. Because those ones we grow here. Yeah.
Okay. When you go to Container Village, it is filled with fertilizers, herbicides from outside.
Yes.
And people
But
are
don't
running
we
for
have
them.
companies here that are making those herbicides?
No, we are getting them from Netherlands.
Now imagine.
Is Netherlands a better country to deal with?
Do you know how big Netherlands is? Do you know the population of Netherlands? It's about 4 million. There are probably more people in Ankole than there are in Netherlands. But it was at the center of international trade. It was as a center of robbing and cheating. And it was actually the people who came from Netherlands and Britain that populated America. So now, how do you get things from Netherlands? But now we teach these things, but that's why I stopped teaching.
No.
I stopped teaching. The best teaching is not a lecture, but an example. Yeah, because I can't can't tell people now. Imagine that they are eating GMO. That is horrible.
And the worst part of it is the best farmers we have here in Uganda. We have, of course, one of the government bodies actually is promoting this, where the best farmer is taken to Netherlands.
That was started by Kabshenga. A guy called Kabshenga.
Yes. And it's still ongoing.
Kabshenga, you need to correct that. You are
From a New Vision boss.
Yes. you know. And I'm the one who introduced him to growing coffee and matoke. The obsession with these useless countries. But don't worry, Russia is going to sort them out. And now Trump, yeah, is going to help us.
No, but doctor, I want to talk about to talk to this local, the first one actually, the first farmer, the consumer. You know, you talk about governments, you talk about heads of state, but now what about the consumer? Because he may not be in the know.
Yes, but what am I going to do to him? This consumer. Does he listen to TV Africa? The consumer?
Maybe it's high time. It's high time they do that.
Yeah, what let them do? We have told you stay away from GMO. That's it. If you see a tomato big and it is staying on the shelf for a month, ask yourself why. It's supposed to rot after 3 days.
Yeah.
If it doesn't rot, then it's not natural. Stay away from it. Don't eat it.
Will the war in Gaza ever end?
Yes. It's
When?
going to end. Because Iran now has enough political power to push out Israel. To defeat Israel. Thoroughly. Israel is not going to... And also because America now...
But Iran has been supporting Syria for quite long, and
who has been putting Syria?
Iran has been supporting Syria.
Yeah, but Syria, it was also part of their own problem. You have to support somebody who wants support. There was no Syrian willing to fight.
You have to be with like God. You support the strongest.
Yes. So, I think God decided, this Iran the Syrians were not willing to fight. They bought most of their generals off. They paid them money. Yeah? At the crucial time, they just gave up cities. And then after that, they started slaughtering those people who have betrayed them. So, but Iran didn't want, because, Assad there were things that he was not doing. But Iran has capacity now to obliterate Israel. And there's nothing Israel can do about it. So, that America is interested in weakening Europe. You know that?
Yeah.
Complete weakening of Europe, so that Europe can be on its knees, especially Germany. That's why it wants to deny Germany the resources of Russia, because the whole of European countries depended on Russian resources, particularly gas, energy resources, so that to make industrial production cheaper. And that's what Germany benefited from. But America now didn't want that. That's why it made Europe fight whatever to Russia. And when Russia get angry and started defeating them, then America now withdrew. But at the time when Europe is weak, then Europe was getting its materials from China. Now through the Suez Canal. Now you know what Europe has done? It has started attacking the Houthis so that they can attack ships passing through the Suez Canal.
Hey, that's a trick.
Yes. Now the goods are passing through South Africa.
Yeah.
So because of that, Europe is starved of resources from Russia, and Europe is starved of resources from elsewhere because they are not passing through the Suez Canal. The cost of passing goods through South Africa to Spain is very high.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, European airlines, they used to fly via Russia to go to China, to go to Australia, to go to Japan. When they started the war, Russia says you can't pass here. Now most of the airlines collapsed. And it says, China, you can pass. So Chinese could offer tickets lower than everybody else. Then Russia started developing a sea route, away from the Suez Canal, through to the Siberia and the part of Russia that is in ice. Yeah. So they have icebreakers and whatever. So their goods don't have to pass through the Suez Canal. And they invited other countries to say this route is cheaper.
And they followed.
Yes.
Wow. Doctor, I can't thank you enough, but I can't go without asking comment about what's going on right now, the immunization of malaria, vaccination of malaria.
Are they vaccinating against malaria?
Yes, yes. Recently, Uganda Uganda, Burkina Faso, Mali, actually 3 countries got money to start breeding mosquitoes. Genetically modified mosquitoes in Entebbe.
Is that from Bill Gates?
Yes, of course. Yes.
If it is from Bill Gates Foundation, Bill Gates wants to kill the entire population of Africa and leave only 700 million. Africa is supposed to be reduced in population to 700 million. Bill Gates is the most dangerous character on earth.
The routine has already started.
I don't know. I pity the country if that has happened, if that is happening. I didn't know. But these people, where do they come from? Huh?
Ugandans.
You baby wine, instead of protesting, go and protest against Bill Gates. Yeah? Instead of this. Bill Gates is completely dangerous. And if he's bringing mosquitoes, now imagine.
Genetically modified mosquitoes, they are producing them in Tebe. Now they are going to release them.
In the population?
Yes. They go in the wild, they mate, with the traditional ones. When they mate, they will not produce more as they've been producing. That's one of the tactics.
But
then as they're doing that...
A mosquito has a life of how long?
Like I think 7...
it's not even that long. Because now if a mosquito is going to die after 2-3 days, how is it going to be there to mate with another mosquito? By the time it gets there, it will have died. So a mosquito is going to go around and then meeting another mosquito and says, okay, let's start a relationship. Huh? You need to become my girlfriend. These people. I'm telling you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Kihura Nkuba.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you very much, dear viewers. But, we can't forget to tell you that you have to go and subscribe and comment. Send us questions. The professor will be here actually to answer you back. Thank you very much. See you when you see us.